In this short video, we will be looking at how to use patterning to explore the product of two negative integers. Let's start with a product that students should already be familiar with, a negative times a positive. This can be modeled with chips, especially if students can recognize that negative 2 times positive 3 is the same as positive 3 times negative 2, getting a result of negative 6. Likewise, we can have them explore negative 2 times positive 2 with a result of negative 4. Again, we could even use chips to show negative 2 times positive 1 equals negative 2. Finally, with the zero property of multiplication, students should already understand that negative 2 times 0 is 0. Now, let's start the exploration with the patterns. In this first column of patterns, where we look at the first factor of the problems, what would you predict would be the next entry in the column? It looks like there's a consistency of negative 2. Let's turn our attention to the second column, the second factor in our problem. What would you predict would be the next value in this column? It appears that the values are decreasing by 1, so the next value in this column would be a negative 1. Finally, let's look at the third column, the actual product in our problem. If we look at these values, negative 6, negative 4, negative 2, 0, what would you predict would be the next value in this column? Because the values in this column are increasing by 2, going from negative 6 to negative 4 to negative 2 to 0, we would have another increase of 2 with a value being positive 2. Therefore, we've shown via patterning that negative 2 times negative 1 equals positive 2. And this is one way that we can show the product of two negative integers.